She was captivating, she was beautiful, exquisite. She was lovely, she was delectable. She was charming, very enchanting. She was lovely, so seductive. She was so lovely, winsome, very elegant. She was genteel, she was lovely, grandiose. She was born on the first of a beautiful six. Her chubby fingers reaching for mother's milk influenced the grip, which in turn yearning grew into fist as the earth turns, feeling new to the mix within a solitude of bliss. Her first turn was the best as she slept, fixated on the fit, initiated while inching towards the breast. Then she slept with pillows stuffed with gold, cradles laced with diamonds, back and forth motions solidify the hope. Weeping willow swallowed by a peeping cricket, followed by a secret interest of parenthood as she lays sleeping. Queen of all, behold in all her splendor. She could be cold like the weather in December, but it's warm on Christmas, followed by family members sitting amongst others, surrounded by gifts with great stories to be told. Then she grew into something unique. Her silence brought speech forth, taught right and how to be forthright, while never losing sight on her desires. She admired like clouds displayed across night, passion hotter than hell's fire, engrossed in a lost fight, only to retire in a place called subconsciously aware of her mood swaying into towards new things, unaware of the danger in reverse like candy between strangers. Money couldn't buy love, my dear, my dear, my dear. Do you hear? Do you hear? Money couldn't buy you love, my dear, my dear, my dear. Do you hear? She bought the next best thing, a vile stuff with a lie, accompanied by many others that would smother, leave her skirt, pants, purses, pocket dry. While her face house bewilderment, frustration inside, an empty window where her soul once reside, took control and not only wants to hide and seek out the nonsense in her subconscious, only to be loved by the giver who's given the opposite of living, taking when one wants to try the medicine prescribed, using ignorance as an alibi. Full thoughts lost in a dim-witted race of wits, with a side of seminal distaste in the way she's beginning to feel a very different fate dealt by the cards. She felt the shards of choices and just tossed them aside and got on with herself. She said, it's my life. Listen to Mary J. Blige, and at the same time wondering if daddy came by to see his princess, but if he did, she know that daddy would cry. Opposite of joy, tears escape internal from eyes. Internal wars claim victories over decisions and pride, with history repeating itself because of selfish replies. Couldn't eat because the silver spoon obstructed her view. Food for thought, thinking why there's nothing to chew. Food for thought, drinking gave her something to do. Loved the better half, but married a king, crown royal, the captain in her inner turmoil around, all to her blood boil, and she loses it. All for the reason she's believing the maze on how she chooses it. The nuisance of who is this as she stares in the mirror at her reflection, reflecting on better times in a section. Part of her life is missing, an extremely important part of the lesson that she forgot to mention to herself. Where there's a will, there's a way, and her way will one day be the way it will end when she abuses it. As she reflects, ejects and takes 3 steps towards sobriety as a propriety in each step, each one bigger than the next, to where each step equals a giant leap of faith with family to keep the faith, connect and have peace and flesh. Bury the moment of outside influence to those who don't understand. For instance, the example of existence is a solution of evolution, from monkey to man, dry shrubs to stones. Systems equal fire, never give up the game. It's played to win, and when it begins, she won't live it in vain.